New York designer Anand Jon has always taken inspiration from his Indian heritage. From his first collection to his most recent, he always keeps one eye on his native land.
Once in a while, it's good to go back to your roots because that's your foundation. After having lived in America for the past 5 years, I was kind of secure enough, a lot to go back to my roots.
At a recent photo shoot for World magazine, Videofashion got a sneak preview of his spring collection.
We're getting ready for our collection, the new collection's in a month, so it kind of made sense to do this now. And so we picked outfits that actually transcend just being Indian or any specific part of the world that, okay, it might have started there, but it's going beyond that at this point. And what people need to see is how Exotica is evolving at this point. So this collection is interesting because it's our first full collection. It's called Amphibian. Amphibian is actually a metaphor for altered states of reality. What Amphibian deals with is the message that where our focus is, where our reality tends to be.
The location that we are in right now, Henry Bendel, is basically, it's not a fashion show, it's more of a lifestyle because it's more of Anand's clients and the people who wear Anand's clothes and the people who love Anand Jon's clothes.
Well, I'm a friend of Anand Jon's, and he's a great designer, and he's done pieces for the charity that I've worked with. This piece is a beautiful, beautiful ornate piece with like rhinestones and everything, and yet you can pair it with a white shirt and it looks stunning.
I love those kinds of textures of like Eastern fabrics, and I think he just does a great job with them.
Another of Anand Jon's friends, accessory designer Elizabeth Kieselstein-Cord, brought along her jewelry to complement the collection.
It's great because, they're different looks, but they all work together. Anand Jon, his designs have very much the same sort of languorous richness and like wealth, design, and texture that our jewelry does. So it wasn't too hard to try and mix.
I love what she has, and I thought this was a nice combination, and I think we might be doing more in the future.
Days later, Jon presented his spring line. Before the show, he shared his secret to success.
I figured out the secret to have a great show is, first and foremost, find the most beautiful girls.
He recruited friends such as pop star Maya, Melania Knauss, and Paris Hilton to strut the catwalk in his glamorous creations. Backstage, hair and makeup teams worked frantically to devise the alluring Anand Jon woman.
I want the girl to look a little bit tanned, a little windburned. They've just come back from a weekend in the country.
I'm doing sort of like Lolita, kind of undone Lolita. The second look, a little bit more sophisticated and like part on the side, sleek, and then like smooth in the end. And then we have an evening look, which is the end, which is gorgeous.
We took the fabrics and they kind of draped around the body, contoured the body, and kind of danced around it. We have a lot of modern fabrics. Silk is one of my favorite fabrics, and I think we use interesting technology aspects to it. And of course we have leather, which is one of my personal favorites. We are playing with different texturizations of leather. My favorite color is actually the lack of color, because it gives me a clean palette. So it's really the illusion of colors that I'm playing with, because colors, as you know, is an illusion. What you're seeing is what's really not there. It's really about just land and water and coexisting. But that's also how I see reality, which is, on one hand, it can be very solid and grounded, and you can get into a pattern and accept it. Or two, it can be very fluid. What you project is what you're going to end up creating.